We are approaching the planet Mars. We will be in orbit in T-minus 7 seconds.
Thank you, Holoqueen. Prepare to land the Tiger Moth outside the capital city, New Shanghai.
Acknowledged.
This is so exciting, Xaagak. Mars was the first ever human colony on another planet. New Shanghai is the oldest human city outside of Earth itself.
Yes, but don't worry, Darshan. We will try to avoid the tourists. I will show you the real city.
Incoming transmission. Mars orbital control.
Welcome to Mars. Please proceed to the Yanggli Way spaceport, launchpad 27.
Message received. Holoqueen, take us in.
It looks so strange from up here, totally lifeless.
Of course, Mars has a very thin atmosphere with very little oxygen. You would not be able to breathe without a spacesuit. All cities are contained within large sealed domes.
The atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, isn't it?
Yes, 96%.
All the cities are under huge domes, but what are those smaller domes?
Farms. Martians grow all their own food. Ever since the first colonies arrived many years ago, in the agricultural domes they can control the climate so they can grow lots of different types of fruits and vegetables. They also grow coffee plants, and they have vineyard domes so they can make wine.
Well, Earth is millions of kilometres away, so you can't just go shopping if you run out of cornflakes, I suppose.
Yes, the first people from Earth to colonize Mars brought many seeds and plant cuttings with them so they could establish a new home. It was very important to be self-sufficient.
Oh, the gravity is a lot weaker here. I feel light as a feather.
Martian gravity is 0.38 g. You are only 38% as heavy as you were on Earth. Watch your step.
I will. And look, the sky is pink.
That is from the particles like dust in the air. It's the same reason Mars is a reddish color. There is a lot of iron oxide in the atmosphere.
Iron oxide? You mean rust?
It's the same thing. Iron is also what gives blood its red color. Mars is named after the Roman god of war. When the ancient Romans looked up in the night sky and saw Mars, it looked like it was the color of blood. Transit pod, take us to the Jacaranda Square.
Acknowledged.
So Mars has no life of its own?
No native life, no. The environment is too harsh. Thin atmosphere, high radiation, and most of the time is very cold. It can get as warm as 35 degrees Celsius, but it can also go down to 140 below zero.
Yes, that is more than a bit chilly. So the dome covers the whole city. Is it made of glass?
No, it is made of special type of plastic. It keeps the air in and keeps it warm enough for living. It also filters out the harmful radiation. Jacaranda Square. This is one of the oldest parts of the city. They call it Poets' Quarter. Lots of artistic types live here. Schiaparelli University is nearby and it's a popular place for student accommodation. It has very nice cafes.
That reminds me, it must be nearly time for breakfast. But we're on another planet. Time must be different here.
Actually, days on Mars are only slightly longer than Earth days. And yes, local time is 9 a.m. Follow me, Darshan. I know just the place.
Oh, I like it here. It is very old-fashioned.
Cafe Kandinsky, my favorite cafe in the galaxy, so far. I haven't been to all of them yet.
Captain Zizopo, you have been away so long. Come in, come in, come in.
Thank you, Zhang. Meet my friend Darshan from Earth.
Good morning, Darshan. Welcome to Mars. Do you like coffee?
Of course.
Martian coffee is the best in the galaxy. Take a seat, and I'll bring it over. 2 cappuccinos and 2 almond croissants.
He knows you very well, Xaagak.
Yes, we are old friends. How have you been, Zhang?
Very well, thanks. Business is good. What brings you back to Mars?
Darshan here has applied to join the Galactic Exploration Service. I am acting as her mentor.
Oh, wonderful. We always need new explorers. And there is no better place to start than Mars.
Yes, it is very exciting to be here. This city looks amazing, and I can't wait to see the sights. But I want to see the planet itself too. The Martian landscape has always fascinated me.
I'm going out there in my rover this evening. I am meeting my grandfather there. We're having dinner out in the desert. You must come with us.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Airlock 3995, depressurize.
Do you know how this works?
Of course. The airlock has to pump out the air until it is the same pressure as the air outside. Then we can open the outer door and leave safely.
What would happen if we didn't use an airlock?
Well, the air pressure inside the city dome is much higher than the Martian atmosphere. It would be like bursting a balloon. We would shoot out the door at a great speed, and all the air inside would escape.
Airlock depressurized. Opening outer hatch.
The air pressure out here is less than 1% of that on Earth. It's the reason liquid water cannot exist on the surface.
But there is water underground, yes?
Yes, and in the polar ice caps. The cities are built over sources of underground water, and, of course, it is all recycled.
And water is also a source of oxygen. Take the H out of H2O, and they have all the oxygen they need to breathe.
Yes, that was what the early colonists did when they first arrived. Now the trees in the domes produce enough oxygen for the cities.
Everything Martians need, they can get from Mars. The oldest buildings here are made from Martian rock, and there is lots of useful elements in the crust, including metals. Darshan, can you see that blue star up there?
Yes, and I know it's not a star, it's planet Earth.
Well done. That is your blue planet.
Oh, look, the sunset is also blue.
Yes, you have red sunset on the blue planet and blue sunset on the red planet.
Why is that?
You know why the sky is blue on Earth?
Yes, sunlight contains many different wavelengths. Blue light has a shorter wavelength, so it is scattered more in the atmosphere when it bounces off air molecules.
And why a sunset on Earth is red?
Because when the sun is near the horizon, it has to pass through a thicker layer of atmosphere to reach us. All the blue light has been scattered away, but red light has a longer wavelength, so more red light reaches us.
You got it. On Mars, the atmosphere is full of reddish dust, so we can see reddish sky. Blue light is scattered in the atmosphere, but we can only see it when the sun is low in the sky, and the light is passing through the thick enough layer of atmosphere.
The sun looks so small here on Mars. We're farther away, of course.
Come up the front. You can see the moons.
Oh yes, Mars has 2 moons.
There they are.
They look so different to our moon.
They are called Phobos and Deimos. They are much smaller than the moon of Earth. Phobos is only 27 kilometers across and Deimos is only 13 kilometers across. Your moon is over 3,000 kilometers across.
They don't look that much smaller though.
This is because they are much closer. Remember, Mars is a smaller planet.
That's strange. We should have seen my grandfather's rover by now. He was supposed to wait for me here.
He must be running late.
I'll call him. Dada? It's Zhang. Where are you? No reply. I don't think his radio is receiving.
If he did not stop here to wait for you, where would he be now?
He was traveling from the city of New Bangalore to Nyawani Chigutu. He likes to take long, leisurely trips through the desert, so he puts his rover on automatic pilot and drives very slowly.
How slowly?
1 kilometer per hour?
Do you know what time he left New Bangalore?
Yes, it was 7 o'clock in the evening, exactly 2 days ago.
Then we can find him. Show me a map. Okay, New Bangalore is here and we are here. The distance is 100 kilometers. This is the route.
Okay, so if his rover is driving at 1 kilometre per hour, then in 1 day it will travel 24 kilometres because there are 24 hours in 1 day. In 2 days it will travel 48 kilometres.
Are you sure, Darshan?
Yes, all we have to do is follow his route. He should be 48 kilometres from where he started, which is 38 kilometres from here.
I hope this rover can drive much faster, Zhang.
It can. Hold on tight, folks. We are now 48 kilometers from New Bangalore. I still don't see my grandfather's rover. Where can he be?
I don't understand. He should be here. The numbers check out.
You are forgetting something, Darshan.
What am I forgetting?
You are still thinking like an Earth girl.
But I'm not on Earth. Oh, of course. You said that a day on Mars is longer than a day on Earth. How much longer?
37 minutes.
Zhang, when you said your grandfather started his journey 2 days ago, did you mean 2 Earth days or 2 Martian days?
2 Martian days, of course.
So if the days are longer, the rover has had more time to travel. It will be further along the route.
How much farther?
37 minutes times 2 is 74 minutes. 1 hour, 14 minutes. If the rover is travelling at 1 kilometre per hour, it will be 1¼ kilometre further ahead.
Well done!
Okay, let's go. Yes, there it is. Dada, can you hear me?
Bring us alongside, then match his speed.
He's not in the cockpit.
Okay, I'm going out. Get me a spacesuit.
Oh, hello, Xaagak. I was having a lovely dream. Is it time?
Yes, sir. Let's stop the rover and meet up with the others, shall we?
It was all a test, wasn't it?
Yes, Darshan. I had to make sure you were able to think outside your limited experiences on Earth.
My grandfather was never in any danger. Sorry if I had you worried, Darshan.
Maybe you should have been an actor, Zhang.
So, where will you two be going next?
I hear Jupiter is very nice this time of year.
That sounds good to me.